I put together 7 most asked questions that took me over a year to get all the answers, and that's what you're going to get in just a few minutes of this video. Few of them are what niche to start, how exactly to start your YouTube channel, what are the tips and tricks, and how to monetize your channel, as well as editing process, everything all together. Stick with me. Hello investors. Yes, and I mean to say investors because you're investing your time to get the information and to build your skills that you need to run your own YouTube channel. Congrats! Blogging and having your own YouTube channel is an interesting and exciting journey. I'm doing this as a side hustle since February 2020, around that time, and I must say this brought me a lot in terms of different knowledge, experience, some money, and new skills. By the way, I put all the links in the description down below, so let's make sure you want to check it out so you get all the tools that you need, to start your journey. Let's start! First, is your target audience is large enough? Large enough, it's a abstract number, but if you, let's say, can get up to 10K and more, that's considered to be large enough. Ask yourself, what is that you are passionate about? And I would say this is the most important thing that you need to ask yourselves prior to start. Looking for other answers, you would find something like you need to do market analysis before you start. Appears to be logical, but I strongly disagree with this point. This is not a decisive point for myself. What is the best niche to start your YouTube channel in 2022? And what is the most monetized niche in terms of ads that you can get revenue from? You will see that financial niche could bring you up to $20 per 1,000 views. At the same time, travel blog or a music channel will bring you something between 10 cents to $1 per 1,000 views. You don't want to be yet another travel blogger. Most likely will make your content for many months, if not years, before you even start to get paid properly. That you can have the snowball effect, when it all comes together and then boom, your channel is boosted. Motivation really should not be based on money alone. I would say this should be as a result of your main motivation, that you want to share something with people, and that something that you want to share is really something that motivates you. Because, well, if at some point your money-driven motivation evaporates after 2 months and you have the way to go like years, that will lead you nowhere. So this is the most important point for me. If you're not seeing money for some times, chances are high that you will just quit. Where to get unique content for my new channel? One main rule: content is king. And yet another one: sound is queen. Put together, they create a great marriage that brings 99% of your subscribers engaged. Focus more on the content itself to bring the best possible content first, and then everything else, it matters much less. What makes your content unique? Well, the answer is clear. You make your content unique. Basically, we can have the same copy of text, but each content will be unique at the end because you will have a different pronunciation, you will have different you in it. So you, what makes it unique? Don't forget about it. Believe it or not, you have the unique experience. Well, few other people probably sharing this, but how many of those are creating the content? So don't be afraid to be unique. No, you don't want to be a copy of some other YouTuber that has millions of subscribers, because, well, there is no uniqueness in that for you. So in other words, believe in yourself. You want to be the best version of you. Number 3, how to start your YouTube channel in 6 steps. Well, probably you say, this is too general, I need some more specific steps on going on. Here we are. The answer to this one is simple. Just click that create channel like button. Not like button, but create new channel button. But you can also click that like button. This is the best way to start. Step number 2, you need to shoot any video from your phone, whatever your phone happens to be. Step number 3, edit it with any simple editor like Hip, Clip, or any other. Step number 4, upload a video from this editing process to your new channel. Step number 5, write Keywords. It's pretty important to have keywords description and, well, a good description beneath your video. Step number 6, click that publish button. And congrats, you just uploaded your first video. Don't be picky about the quality yet. This will come later. Now you have your perfect baseline, like a ground zero. From here, you can only go better and experiment more. You will see that in a year from now, for example, you will be much different from what you just started to be. Most important, you just started, and that's the main step. So 4, how to monetize your channel. There are many ways on how you can monetize your channel. Well, here are a few of those. First is YouTube ads. Well, this is the most obvious, and a lot of bloggers start to think that this is the only way to make money. Well, they are wrong. There are many other ways that we will see later. You still have a long way to go. In order to get monetized with YouTube, at least today, you will have to have 4,000 hours of viewed videos. This time is actually 240,000 minutes, which is a lot of time people seen watching all your videos together. Also, you will need to have 1,000 subscribers. 240,000 minutes that should be accumulated during the last 12 months period. So depending on what topic of your channel is and what niche you're in, you can get as low as 10 cents per 1,000 views, or you can get up to $20 per 1,000 views. It's pretty big difference, but that difference shouldn't drive you in the process of choosing what content to write. The reason is because we have other possible ways of monetizing your channel. So for example, if your channel is let's say in the travel blogger, which is one of the lowest niche, because a lot of competitors there and a lot of content, honestly, and everybody can shoot those. So the second version of how you can get monetized, the second way, is referral links. Basically, even though you have a low income from YouTube ads, you can have a quite significant income from referral links. It's a link that when somebody follows that link and buys something, you will get a small portion of that. Imagine you have 1,000 subscribers that follow that link, that becomes a significant amount. Positioned in the content and also in the description, just like I positioned in this video, the referral links can generate interesting amount of money. It depends on how much views your video gets, of course, but it can easily generate much more than comes from YouTube ads. The good thing is that you're not dependent on that. There's no threshold to start it. So you can start from day one and put your referral links and get your monetization straight away. You don't have to wait for a year, let's say. The referral link can be used for any product or service existing today. You just have the person that is interested in your content, and the link should be a part of that content. Links from Amazon in here. So you follow them and I get small rewards each time somebody buys from me. Getting money is sponsored content. Well, this is more for channels with a big audience, with a large amount of subscribers. Let's put it 10K plus subscribers. We will pay you to get into your video. Of course, you have to be honest with yourself and just not promoting just any product out there. You have to love it, because this is your reputation. This is your uniqueness that comes into play. So if you're promoting something that doesn't fit your image, your style, or your integrity, it just will not work in the long run for you. This pretty interesting way to monetize your channel is to have your own Patreon. Patreon-based service where people who watch your YouTube channel quite often and they enjoy your videos give you as a tip like $1 or $2 per month, for example, as a thank you for creating those videos. Now imagine you have thousands of subscribers like that. That will generate you some good money out of it. On top of that, you can some additional information that you will just not have time to do video each time, or it's not a part of your channel, but it goes together. Let's say you have a financial channel, you know something about stocks, and you know best times, or well, some things that you just want to share when you think your best time, because you buy stocks for yourself. That's what I did. You share when you buy and sometimes when you sell. What are your moves actually? And well, if you're quite notorious in that field, people will just want to imitate really what you're doing, because you spend a lot of time of researching stocks and doing some other, reading around that area. Another way of monetization is selling your own products. Well, in this particular scenario, your YouTube channel is a marketing tool and not because you probably already have the existing business of producing goods or services, and well, YouTube channel just another way to let other people know that you're here, and it goes together with your interests. There are many other creative ways of finding the way to monetize your channel, but those are the most used, and that's what I shared with you. They're easy to start with, they working pretty much for many YouTubers out there, slightly different depending on the niche, but you can try those. I tried almost each one of those. Number 5, tips and techniques to speed up your production process. It takes you a long time to do a video, don't be discouraged. There are ways of speeding up this process. You need to spend time to think about the topic, to write your text, to do the editing and then uploading and all these kind of things. Here are a few tricks that can save you hours. Write topics in your notes as they pop up. Don't wait for that day when you sit and you will think through all the possible topics. That will work not that much better, because well, at the moment when you have this topic on your brain, you just write it down, and by the moment when you need to shoot a video, you just come, you have the list of the best topic you thought through, and then it's easier to pick one. Believe me, it will save you time. Way to save your time and a good way of creating a video is you need to start with keywords. So you need to write down keywords that are appropriate for your topic, and the way it works that you get those keywords and then you write in your text or copy or whatever you use to prepare your video, and you have already those keywords. You don't have those keywords quickly. You can use many services that are there. For example, an analytics service for YouTube channel is vidIQ that I used. I also used other services. I put a link in the description again, of course. You probably need to try which one works best for you. Third way to save your time is during your recording, use special words or special high sounds so you can see where you should stop and cut. As editing gets better, it gets better with AI, artificial intelligence. You can probably use keywords when you're doing your shooting. Keywords like start, end, or any other keyword that you choose. And I know with AI editor like HipClip or any other in that matter, it will be easier to find those spots when you need to cut, because those editors can spot it automatically. You need to experiment with simple editor, really, because simple editing software, that's what saves you time, because the editing process takes 50 to 60% of every video, and this is a redundant process that really you don't like to do, because well, you're a creative person, if you're doing your content, you want it to be a bit not, again, remember, content is king, sound is queen. Put them together, that will make you 80% of what you can do best out of your blog. Simple AI video editor is my choice now. Again, check the links in the description. Remove pauses while you're shooting. Normally you have two ways of shooting. If you're shooting alone, of course, you have two options. First is to stop each time after you shoot some portion of your video, and that can be pretty quick, cumbersome in some way. Each time when you finish talking, and you will end up with dozens of clips there cut, and you need to find the way which one is the first, the second, and all the order of things. Also, you will need to look through them all still to delete them and then to glue them together. That will take some time. I tried that approach, it didn't work for me. So shooting in one go will end up with one huge large video, but it is one. You have all the embarrassment in it because, well, you are not perfect while you're doing this, and the editing process is what makes your video perfect. Usually it takes me a file of length of 1 hour to be down to 5 to 10 minutes video, but it is much easier to edit. And usually something around 1 hour, probably 1 hour 15 minutes to get rid of all the filler words and all the pauses and breaks, you know. And what I found really interesting is that with those new generation video editors, like with AI included, you just make it like this in 5 seconds. You have to click a few buttons and the editing software will automatically remove all those things together, because they are really easy spottable, especially when you edit not through the waves of sounds but through the text. Wow effect on me. So for this I give a shout out to Hip Clip guys. This is why the experimenting with those different editors will save you at the end time and money. Number 6, how to choose editing software. Again, we already started to talk about editing in the prior chapter. Editing is important for several reasons, but the main reason is that it takes a lot of time to do this, each time and for each video. It takes up to 50 to 60%. I like to edit, but I hate to do a redundant thing. And editing, at least a biggest part of editing, is removing, you know, this pauses, breaks, just make it boring. I try to transfer this to somebody else, and this part where you just need to cut all of the filler words and pauses and breaks, and I figure out that I need to find the person who will do this. Then I need to pay this person, and usually it's not really cheap. The third thing is that each time I need to upload a huge file to that person some way, and then I need to wait probably 24 to 48 hours. And if I want to publish the video the next day or the same day because it's urgent, it's just not working. It was faster and cheaper, even though boring, to do it myself. My advice here is to choose a simple editor. I originally chose Professional Editor from Apple to try, and I spent a lot of time of learning how things work. And in the end, I see that I'm still using those simple things that Simple Editor has. I used only a small fraction of what possibilities of the Professional Editor is. And at this point in time, I already understood that I'm switching to another editor. I tried with a couple of those, at least for the first part of editing process. So for this one, I started to use Hip Clip, which, well, seems to work fine, but still a lot of things to do there. It's not perfect either. I use, well, other Apple native editor still to kind of combine, but it saves me time to use both at this point in time. As AI editors gets better, I'm pretty sure I will switch entirely to one of those. Tell me, what editors do you use, and let's chat in the comments. 7. How often should I create a content for my YouTube channel? You need to post at least twice a week if you want to do it on a professional basis, and I know a lot of YouTubers do so. Well, if this is the only thing you do, that's probably the way to go. For me, it doesn't work because it requires much more time that I simply don't have. That's why I post less than this. But if you want to be a regular content creator, the suggestion is somewhere between 1 to 2 times per week you post a video. This is good for algorithm as well, because YouTube looks at your as person who is engaged in creating videos, and you'll be more likely to be promoted. You'll have millions of views if you post once every 2 to 3 months, but remember, those videos usually they are high quality made videos, almost like movies. And they are movies in a way. They probably last from 1 hour to 1 hour and a half in that matter, but it's a different pattern of usage. What is your preferable way to go? And thank you for watching it. Please continue the conversation in the chat here down below in the comments, and see you soon, investors. Bye.